Hello, my name is Amanecer or Amanecer for those that have like really good tongues to roll or not. For all of you that are the usuals, do you like opera? And you say nope. And then the next question is, have you been to the opera? And the following question is, nope. Today is your lucky day. I'm here because I want to explain to people how to approach an amazing media, which is opera and classical music. Because obviously we're all scared about it. I came to the opera world very, very late. The first opera I watched, it was when I was 26. My background was in cinema and production. So basically, I'm more like the 90% of the population that would have answered no, I don't like opera before, because I didn't hear it, and everybody has in mind that opera is an expensive thing, that opera it's boring, that it's not affordable, and or is this very snobby kind of thingy. And I have news for you guys. It's not.
Is not.
I'm gonna try to make like a really short amount of tutorials to explain you how to approach it and how to actually begin to love it. Some people would go there and just love it straight away, but that's a very small amount. Because if you've grown all your life with no income of classical music at all whatsoever, you wouldn't understand the language, even though it's one of the most universal ones. You can't go to listen to an opera if you don't know anything about the story or anything about not the composer really, but it is true that depending on the composer, it would be easier or more difficult to listen to it. Approaching opera, it's really like approaching sushi. It's like sushi because like if like I would say to my mother or to anyone that's never had the opportunity of trying new foods, would say like, do you want some sushi? And they would be like, oh, like raw fish? That's not the truth really, because sushi is just basically is the way of cooking the rice, so you know. And there are many times of approaching it. Like if you go to a restaurant, you can have it with crab, which is very good and it doesn't scare anybody. Or you can start with some noodles, which is always Japanese, but it's not so aggressive. Like we are not asking you to start with like a Wagner opera, okay? Which would be the equal to raw fish the first day, which is pretty scary. You might like it, but if you want to kind of do a slow motion start an opera, I mean, you should know what you're doing. I would recommend to people like to start slow, If I ask you like, do you like rock? And you say yes, and suddenly they put you something like this. And you might not like it. But that doesn't mean that you don't like rock. That does mean that you don't like that type of rock, okay? With opera, it's the same. There are many, many, many composers. There are many periods of it, and you might find the one that works for you or not. I'm not trying to kind of wash your brain, but I am trying to open your mind a little bit. First starters, we could start with a Mozart, which you all know, and I recommend highly to watch Mozart in Jungle, which is like an amazing series which is opening eyes to everybody that there's a lot of really okay people within the classical music. Let's face it, opera and classical music, it's on your TV and you've heard it all the time. Even though you heard it on your shampoo commercial or your cologne commercial. We are there, so you have to open wide your ears and recognize those melodies that you actually like and you think you don't. If you do it the proper way, is one of the most modern and passionate things you can do in your life. First thing that you have to do when you go to an opera is actually check out what's the story about. Because when we go to an opera, I mean, what comes to your mind is like, oh my god, what are they talking? I'm not understanding. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're all fat people. Really? No. They're not all fat people, and actually would get surprised how beautiful some of them are, which is not important. The important thing is actually how they sing. You have to know what they're talking about, and you have to know the story. So when you go there, you know what's going on. I mean, it doesn't matter that, like, everybody's dying or everybody is getting together. The important thing is that you actually enjoy the process of music, okay? And it is a trip. It is a total trip. Like, you have like from 40 to 90 musicians live playing. You get all the energy, and then you get the energy of the singers, which is unbelievable, guys. Like, there's a lot of vibration over there, and you're just gonna feel it. You're not gonna need any explanation for this, but it helps. And so, there are subtitles, so you actually would understand what people are saying, and normally come in two languages, okay? Let's start a little bit with how we should approach this.